Welcome back, Splat and Shatters. I'm so glad you're here with us today because I got something super fun planned for us. So we are going to do something besides a canvas. I always tell you, you can paint on other things besides canvases. Well, today we're going to do that. I found these super cool wooden, like they look like canvases. They're wooden canvases. I found this package of 4. I found this particular one at Walmart. Michael's, thank you. And they're like solid wood. And the cool thing about these is that you can paint on the front and then you can turn it around and it becomes like a wooden frame and you can paint inside of this. So it's like a 2-for-1. It's super cool. So I'm excited about this. A big deal right now, something that's really popular is people liking to paint wooden signs for things. So this is actual wood. If you wanted to, you could use it and just paint something on it and then stain it and use the wood grain that's on it already. You don't have to even paint wood grain. So there's a lot of potential with this. It's really fun. For today's thing, we're going to need a few more supplies that we don't usually normally use. So our basics: paper plate, water, napkin, of course, and then our 3 sizes of brushes: a big, a medium, and a small. Right, 2 flats. The big and the medium are flat brushes, and the small is a round brush. We'll be using those today. That's our normal supplies. And then we also are going to use a few other extra fun things. So I picked up some fun stencils for lettering today because you've seen me freehand letters before, but it's really fun sometimes too, or easier if you want to get just a stencil. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I also printed out this really fun stencil. I'm going to show you how to do this on your picture. And then you'll also need a pencil, some chalk, a sandpaper to kind of get that wood to come through it, and and your paints. Don't forget the paints. Those are important too. Red, white, and black today. Red, white, and black. Red, white, and blue. Red, white, and black. Anyways, I think that's it. So let's get started and I will show you this funness that we're going to make today. Okay, guys, a couple things I forgot to tell you too. Scissors and tape. They come in handy too. So get those ready and put them on the side as well. Anyway, let's get our big paintbrush wet. Dry it off a little bit. We always start with a wet, damp brush. Dip it in some of your red. I put that out on my palette already. So dip in some red. We're just going to base coat this whole thing in red. If you want to, you can go with the wood grain, which always looks pretty. Or you can go opposite, whatever way you want to go. But I like going with wood grain personally. So, and I'm going to try to keep it off the sides of my wood because I think that would look better. So anyway, base this whole thing in red. And it doesn't have to be like filled in really good. Like I want the wood grain to show through mine a little bit. So I'm going to add a little bit of water even to help that wood grain show through. But base this whole thing in with red and we'll come back. You guys, we got the red all painted onto our board and you kind of see how the wood grain has come through. Look how pretty that is. We are going to do something a little different. I always tell you, like, I usually freehand stuff, but I thought it'd be fun today to show you an easy way to do things. I picked this guy up from the dollar store and I'm just going to cut out the words for sleigh ride or sled rides. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. And I'm going to put them on here. But the thing is, I'm not going to take the sticker off. I'm going to take the whole, if you can see what I'm doing, I'm cutting this whole section out around the letter. Is that? Maybe I should focus that a little bit. Okay. I'm going to take the whole section kind of around the letter and do that on all the letters so that I can take this part off and use the other sticker on. Okay, so just cut out the letters that you need for whatever you want to spell. Mine happens to be sled rides. So, get that all cut out. I'll come back and show you what to do with what you've cut out. I've cut out my letters, or my stickers, and I've kind of laid them in place of where I want them to be. So I'm going to kind of lay this flat so you guys can kind of see it from a distance here. And what I've done is I've pulled off the black part of the sticker. You don't want that part. And then you're going to take this part and peel this off. Okay, so peel the back part of the sticker off. Okay, so you have a see-through little S here. And kind of place that kind of right where you want it to be on your board. Continue to do that through your whole thing. And then I'll come back and show you what else to do. Okay, guys, here is my finished sled rides, the wording of it. And you can just use the stickers off the stickers if you want to, but I wanted to make my lettering white. So I did it this way. So what you do now is just take a little bit of your white paint, make sure that all these stickers are pretty much stuck on right around where the paint will go, just to make sure that the paint doesn't slide underneath any of the stickers. Put your paint on there, some white, and get a little bit wet, of course, and dried off. Damp brush. And then you're just going to take the white and you're going to be really careful, and you're going to get, so you don't go off the sticker, and just paint in all those places. You might want to make a couple coats, like go over it once or twice, depending on how well you want it to show up. If you want it to look like just a weathered sign, you can obviously just do one coat, but just depends on you. But go ahead and go through all those and paint them all in white. Okay. Okay guys, it should look like this. This is drying, ready to be peeled off. So you're just going to go ahead and peel off your sticker part of your plate, of your sign. And you need to remember, like I always tell you with everything, it's not going to be perfect. There's going to be little stuff that falls out and does weird things. I actually think that S is upside down. So it's not going to be perfect. Just remember that. Peel them all off, and then we'll be ready for the second part of this painting. Okay. Off, I've noticed there's a little bit of scuffs of paint and whatever, little bits of sticker left on there. And that is totally cool because I'm going to actually sand it down in the end to make it look more rugged and rustic. So I probably won't even notice that. But if it's bugging you, it's something you want to fix, you can always just take a little bit of paint, a little bit of your red paint, and kind of just touch it up in those spots that are really just driving you crazy. And it'll easily be fixed. I don't ever want you to think, oh, it has ruined it. It's toast. I can't do anything with it anymore. No, you can always just fix up whatever little things, you know, that you need to. So don't feel like you've ruined it. So this is the part where it gets really fun. You can always buy something from the store that looks really cute, but this is where if you create it yourself, it becomes personal and it's a lot more fun. So I'm going to put this little picture of these little kids sledding on this picture, but I have 4 kids, so I wanted to make it special to me and make it memorable for me. So I'm going to put these 4 kids on there. Now, how often do you find that specifically to what you're looking for in a pre-made something? That's the fun of making it yourself. So I'm going to show you how to do this part. It's just that I found something on the computer, a silhouette. I usually just type in something silhouette, whatever I want. So for this I put kids sledding silhouette. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this out. I love this little boy pulling the sled. That way I get 4 of them. 4 kiddos. So I'm just cutting them out and seeing what they look like all together. I'm going to come up here on my little, let's see what that looks like all together. It's really cute. So for this part of this, I'm going to take my chalk and I am going to, let's cut this first part here. Take my chalk, wherever my chalk went. My piles of stickers around here. Okay, chalk. I'm take my chalk and I'm going to turn my pattern over, just a piece of paper, and I'm going to rub the chalk all over the pattern of the kids playing. Okay, I'm going to rub it all over them, cover the complete back of where I see they are at. You know, I can kind of see in the light where they're at. Then I'm going to take it, once it's got the chalk all over it, I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it right where I want it on this board. Put it down, and then take my pencil, hold it there, take my pencil, hold it there, and then just kind of trace right around the edges of my pattern, and it will transfer this picture onto my poster, or onto my sign for me. So chalk the back of it, whatever your stencil is. Once you get the chalk on there, look, it's holding very well. And once you get the chalk on the back, turn it over so the chalk touches the board, and then trace the outline of what you are going to create a silhouette of. Okay, you guys, do you see how cute this is turning out? This is after I put the chalk on, just by tracing this stencil right onto there. Once you get your chalk line on there, you just take your little tiny, teeniest paintbrush that you have, put your white on. I'm doing mine in white. Put your white on your palette, and then you just start tracing in your little guys. So you just take your paint and just start putting it on right around the edges of where they would be. Just try to get the details as close as you can. And then once you get them all traced, you just fill them in solid white. Okay, so fun. That's going to take a little bit of time, so I'm going to come back and show you what it looks like when it's all done. How cute that turned out, you guys. And then I'm just going to finish off with a little line across the bottom as straight as I can. And to do that, I'm just going to use a ruler. get my paintbrush and dip it in water. A straight line is always better with a little bit of water. You can get a straight line with a little bit more water. Anyway, put the ruler down there whereabouts you want your line to be, and then I just kind of draw across with the as best I can. Go over it a couple times to get it straight. And that's what I'm going to do for my straight line across the bottom. Let's give it a good sand, and when you sand it, make sure you sand in the direction of the wood grain as well, okay? So I'm just going to take this light sandpaper, and I'm just going to sand over it. And I thought I was going to do some black in here, but I really like the way it's turned out. So I'm just going to kind of antique it and make it look older. This is what I'm going for. Oh, my cuteness. It's looking really cute. So just keep sanding it away. And I'm going right over top of my picture here. Just antique that a lot. And sometimes it'll pick up some of the lines, take right out off there, and that looks cool too. So whatever it's going to do, it's going to be fun. But I'm really liking it the way it looks like that. I might just take off a little bit more chunks of red off the edges and stuff, just to make it look a little bit more, you know, aged. I might do that over here and stuff, but that's what it's going to look like. It's going to look so cute. I still have this other side to do. Isn't that fun? I can do both things. But look how personal this became. It's so cute. These 1, 2, 3 little boys and a little girl. It's personal for me, and I just love that. And that's the fun of making your own. You can go buy something, but it's never going to be as personal as what it can be if you make it yourself. I could maybe find 3 kids sledding. You know, this makes it perfect for me. And you can do this as a gift for somebody. It makes it so much more fun. If you're interested in signs and you would like to just, you know, get one, I have a few that you can look at on my Etsy shop. I just love this sign. If I can get out. But here's another sign. A couple signs that you can see of mine on the Etsy shop. This one I just love. Joy to the world. The Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. I think that's so cute. I love the edged, making it look like an old poster that you'd find hanging in a barn, you know, when that event happened. So cute. And then this is another one of my signs, which is a really popular thing right now, a red truck. So this one talks about Christmas trees, fresh cut. You know, there's so many fun things you can do with this, even if you want to do Christmas trees or holly berries or, you know, all kinds of fun things. So I'm excited to see what you guys create. If you create something and want to show me, I would love to see it. Put a comment down there with a picture in it. So cute. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Maybe I should look right there and say that. We'll see you next time. Bye.
What are you doing?
You're laughing on my video.